Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear students, I hope all of you are able to listen to me. I hope all of you are fine and studying at home and doing your work and giving due time to your studies. Okay, so last time actually we were trying to conclude the chapter and we were actually at chapter number 10 and we had started discussion.
Doing before pressing enter, control enter.
Okay, fine, good. Anyone else who would like to add anything else over here? Iman has given the answer and it is right answer. But if you have any other thing in your mind, anything else that you think that this thing is also important, Daniel, just please raise the hand. Whenever we are making a twin motion, we need to set starting and end. Twin motion is always done between 2 points, starting point. For example, this is the point where I am starting. Starting and ending point. Let's suppose this is
Make till the layer number 50. So we have to move that object to one place to another. So we have to first in frame number one number we
okay.
have to place over here right now where the blue circle is, and in frame number 50 it would be, let's suppose it would be down. So that is the point that on frame number 50 it should be down. So then when we will create twin motion, so then it will move, otherwise it will not move.
Okay, good, good. Safi has mentioned one point over here that there should be a difference between the initial and final position of the object. Otherwise, there won't be any twin motion. For example, right now it is not. We are on layer one. It is frame one. Right now we are on frame one. I am. My object is circle. It is on frame one. If I click over here at frame 60 and I press F6 and I don't move the position of the object, let's suppose. So, and I create twin motion over here, twin motion will not be created. Why? Because the position of the object at frame 1 and the position of the object at frame 60 are same. So frame 1 object is here, but at frame 60, when we click frame 60, object should be replaced, relocated. Any position could be there. Right now I moved it diagonally. You can move from right to left, left to right, top to bottom, bottom to up, whatever you want to say. So at frame 1, let's suppose if it is at position X, so at frame 60, let's suppose it should be at position Y, whatever the position is. So position should be changed. And then when we will create the twin motion, as we have already created twin motion, you can see over here, remove twin option is available. It is showing you that twin has been created already. Now the twin motion effect is visible. So the things are, as both the two students have mentioned important things over here about it. That number one thing is that we will create the twin motion on a particular object on a particular layer. Twin motion will be contained inside a layer on a particular object. It's better that for twin motion, the object should not be break apart. It should be a graphic. It should be a symbol. Otherwise, there may be some problem if the object is break apart. It should be a symbol. Fine. Number three thing is that the initial position and the final position of the object should be decided properly, and we should right click between these points and we should click on the twin motion in order to create the twin motion. I hope up to here all the points are clear. So we have written this answer over here as well. The question is question number D. Important points are drawing must be converted to symbol. Specify the initial and the final position on the same layer. Important thing is that why we are saying that we need to convert it to symbol, because normally when we draw an object, it is a complete object. We don't need to convert it. But when we are drawing something, for example, if we are making a boat, we are making a car, we are making some other thing, so we will have to join its parts. Then for the joining of the parts, we are going to apply convert to symbol, and then we will be able to use the twin motion. Let me mark the attendance. Okay, so we have got Ayaz Zubair to do Hatif, Muhammad Umar Latif, Sarim Nawaz. Okay, fine. Now come to the next question. Evaluate the user interface, user friendliness of Flash CS3. What is meant by user friendliness? Can anyone elaborate something about it? Can anyone say something about it? What is meant by user friendliness? For example, I give you example. We say that Windows is very user friendly, but DOS is not user friendly. DOS is another operating system, disk operating system. Okay, what comes in your mind when we say it is user friendly?
User friendly is there is anything that is easier here, is any app that is easier for a new user to figure out and work with.
That is okay, fine, good. Which is convenient for the users. Okay, yes, please.
Yes, sir. It means that it's a friendly software and it gives us many options, easy options like to use, which are not difficult for us to use.
Good. Easy software which has multiple options to apply, and the user should be able to use them quite
Yes.
conveniently. Okay, good.
Yes.
So sometimes you open some software and you find it seems that it is very much, difficult. For example, I open one software in front of you. When it will be opened, you will say that a number of things are there, and you are going to uh, see that it seems difficult. So, but actually, it is not. Same is the case with the Flash. Flash seems difficult when we open it first time, but actually, its environment is very user friendly. Why? Because tools have been given, separate tools are there, a toolbar is there which contains tools. Similarly, we have got different options to use, colors, library, all these things. So user friendly is the software which gives a convenience to the user. User should be able to explore all the things. User should be able to find out easily. For example, if I want to open library, I can. If I want to open tools or close, I can do these things. If I want to save the file, I can do these things quite easily. Okay, where the user is not facing any problem and the software is easy to use. I hope this thing is clear. Evaluate the user interfaces, user friendliness. So what we can write in this answer? We can write different points. For example, there are menus containing commands, so it is easy for the user. The property panel is there, using which user can set the properties of the object, the size, the width and height of the object. Similarly, we can change the text size, colors quite easily by selecting the text, by typing the text. If we have already some text, by selecting the text, we can do these all tasks quite easily. We can add or delete layers quite easily without any problem. Okay, I wanted to show you one environment of, just like for example, see over here, keep what we have to do, what's going on. So when you are going to explore it, you will be able to find that this is not that much difficult. Okay, the same is the case with the Flash. That first time when we started working, so it was looking that something is difficult over here, but it is quite convenient when we come to know different types of commands, how we use them. So similarly, if you open Adobe Photoshop, so you will find that it seems that it is difficult, layers are there, but layers are also there in the Flash, but we can see over here that it is quite convenient and user friendly. What we can write, although the answer is written over here, what we can write over here, regardless of whether this it should be okay. If the user is as I have told you that you may have different opinion, that some people consider that it is easy, some will say that it is not that much easy, but over here we can see that there are friendliness. User, it is user friendly. Some people can say that it is not user friendly, depending on their experience. Some people find some difficulty in it, but we are going to write that photo Adobe Flash is a user friendly software which looks difficult apparently. Apparently it looks difficult, but actually it is a user friendly software. It has easy menus and commands. Short answer. Easy menus, tools, properties windows, and other commands. Okay, now I think it is very short and to the point as well. Anyway, so we can write this over here. Ibrahim bin Bukhari, yes, you want to say something?
Yes, I wanted to ask that can we draw 3D shapes in Flash?
3D shapes, you can draw the shapes, but of course it will depend on your drawing.
But
So
how can we draw 3D ships?
a number of things are there that we can do. I had explained you the flash beyond the syllabus. Whatever is there in our syllabus, I explained you all the things accordingly. Okay. But
Oh,
beyond the syllabus, I explained a number of things which were even not there. But since you students were asking, so I explained it. But for this, you will have to research. You will have to make some research about it, because just like I just give you the example, when you draw a box, you draw the box in this way that you join, uh, the pieces of the different lines, and then you become able to draw a cube. I'm just giving you example that when you draw a cube, so it is basically a 3D object. It becomes a 3D object. So how we can draw such kind of drawings, we will have to see, and then we will be able to do. Otherwise, normally whatever we draw, it looks two dimensional. Okay, so uh,
so
flash
can
is not
we make it like shades? Shades are there.
about the shades. I had explained this thing that we can set the properties over here. Okay, because basically it is not a 3D software like
Blender.
AutoCAD, or yeah, AutoCAD, or something like that. So that's why we make simple 2D animations over here. But it is not impossible. We can draw the object, we can move the object in such a way that it looks 3D. It is possible.
Okay.
Yes, Iman.
Sir, are the steps going to come in the final exams?
No, steps questions will not be there. In your syllabus, it is already mentioned that steps means when you need to have, you must have computer in front of you, because no one can describe these steps, that how will you create the twin motion. You cannot say because you don't have the computer. But if you will have computer system in front of you, then you will be able to explain. So steps will be there in the practical. Steps are not going to come in the theoretical paper. In theoretical paper, you may be asked about what, just like these questions. What is meant by twin motion? What we should keep in mind before creating twin motion? So steps are not there. Evaluate the user friendliness of Flash CS3. How you can identify a keyframe? Such kind of questions.
Okay.
Create an animation of your choice in Flash CS3, which uses as many of the tools as you know about so far. Now, this question is entirely practical. So, create an animation. So, we are not going to write anything about it. We don't need to write anything about it, because we just need to have a practical doing for this thing. But what is mentioned over here, they have mentioned that as many tools as you know about so far. So, what we can do, you can create this task, and you can send it to the Google Classroom. Okay, so what I am doing, I am giving it to you. Although it is possible for me right now to create some animation by taking different objects, but what I am going to give you, what I am saying that I am giving you one assignment. Okay, and you have to do this assignment. What you have to do, one activity. This is question F, chapter 10. Activity of Flash. What you need to do over here? Create an animation of your choice in Flash CS3. Okay, now from now onward, you know that your assignments and homework will be given to you in your university. So, but right now I'm giving you this thing. Is this it is in a basically lab activity, but homework I will give you through the university. Okay, in university software there is an option of the homework, so you are going to see your homework over there, so which uses as many of the tools as you know about so far. Okay, so this is the task that I have given you over here. You have to submit the flash file. Okay, it is a 5-minute task. You can create the file and you can send your flash file.
Yes, sir. Sir, is this activity having any marks?
It is just an activity of this exercise. There isn't any particular mark for this. Okay, fine. Yes, Hiba, this thing is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
Yes,
I
please.
can do the activity because when I wanted to go to Flash and do the same thing you told me, so if the timeline can be shown, it's not working. And then now when I'm trying to enter Flash, it's just showing me that circle, blue circle, but it's not opening.
Which blue circle?
Right,
I
sir,
did
when
not
you click
understand
at
the
Flash,
problem. You have Flash installed in your computer?
yes, sir.
So what is the problem?
Sir, now I can enter Flash.
It is asking for the license.
No, sir, nothing. I'm just clicking on it and nothing happens.
Okay, it may be possible that your Flash is not working or corrupt or something like that. Okay. Nabiha Asad.
Sir, what is the due date of the assignment?
You can do it in 1 or 2 days or 3 days. Up to Sunday. Okay. Abdurrahman Qureshi, you want
Sir,
to
the
ask
problem,
something? Yes.
sir, the problem Amna had, I also had, but my brother, what he did, he right clicked on the flash shortcut, then he clicked on run as administrator, and it worked.
All these things I had explained in the beginning because it is the third chapter for Flash when we are studying. In the beginning, I gave you the procedure, the video of how can we install, how can we resolve the issue of the license. I even gave the link. But even then, some students were there who did not do it at that time, and then afterwards, still, I think, but this number is very few. Otherwise, I think all the students have got the Flash installed in their computers. Nabiha.
Sir, I forgot to lower my hand.
Sir, I have, maybe Amna can try shutting down her laptop because there are some software that do not allow softwares to open.
Yeah, it is also one of the possibility, of course. because the system is not in front of me, so I cannot say anything about it. But you are right. Okay, Rimsha Zia.
Sir, does that assignment carry marks
I am
in
unable to
exam?
understand this thing that why don't you listen all these things when I am explaining? I said that this is a task that I am giving you in your flash. You people start asking about how many marks are there, what will happen if we will not do. I am unable to understand this thing. Since this was a practically doing task, so that's why I gave you in the form of assignment. Okay. Everything is not always there for the marks. That when the marks will be there, then you are going to do, otherwise, you are not going to do. Fine. Now we move towards the next point. Yes, Safi, you want to ask something?
Sir, just now I have created one animation in that, which is that a square, no, a rectangle is moving, and it transform to a circle, and then circle is going down and it become a pentagon, and then pentagon is moving left and it become a big star.
Okay, okay. So, as over here it is mentioned that you can use as many tools. So, you can use the image, you can use the different types of shapes, you can use different types of text. Okay, all such kind of things you can create, and you can include multiple layers even in your animation. You can include sound even. I had explained the procedure of including sound, so you can do this thing as well. Okay. Now we see that what is written over here in the lab activities. I think this work is clear that that I have given you. This one, which is about the create an animation of your choice. So there isn't anything mentioned. So what we can do, we can take some text. You should include over here the text as well. Number one, you should include some shapes as well. Okay, so you can take multiple layers. You can take one text, you can take the shapes, you can take the uh, you know different shapes available over here, just like rectangle tool, primitive rectangle tool, primitive oval tool, polystar and polygon tool. You can draw your own shape, just like we had learned how to draw the boat, how to draw the, you know remember, we had done this thing as well, that how we can draw different objects. And after making those things, for example, if you have made one boat, so then you can make it a symbol, graphic symbol, and then you can create an animation in that symbol. So you can take multiple types of objects to create such animations. So if you go to our last work, let me open over here some samples that we had done. Okay, just like these are the lab activities we had done last time. Okay, masking effect we had created. So you can merge such kind of things. For example, birds are there that you have drawn. You can fly the birds. Okay, You can make flowers, you can make balloons, balloons are flying. You can create a flying effect in the balloons. Right now it is static because this was the lab activity in the previous chapter. But since they are static, so we did not make any animation in it, but we can create animated work over here. Okay, so this is all these things are possible, that we can create some different designs with different types of masking effect we had created. The masking effect. This was the masking effect that we had created. We can include this thing as well. It needs two layers at a time when we are creating a masking effect. Okay. So there are a number of things that we can do with it, and we can make this assignment. Yes, Ibrahim, you want to ask something?
Yes, sir. How can we how can we turn this FLA file into MP4?
Okay. Last time I had explained, I think, in one of the lessons that we can go to export option, export movie. This is the option. Export movie. For example, I'm exporting this masking. It will become an AVI file. You can make AVI file is a movie file, or .swf is basically a flash movie file. So we can make an AVI file directly. So now it will be converted. Okay. Now it has been converted to the AVI file. Now if I close the flash even, and I go to my work where I have stored it, so we will be able to see. You can submit me the AVI file, okay? It does not matter. Just like this is the masking effect that I have created right now. This was the effect. Okay, our class time is now about to over. We can open it in the real player. As it is showing you the masking effect, we are able to open it in the flash player. I hope this thing is now clear. Have anyone, if you have got any question, please ask me. Okay, thank you so much.